I think each day's a gift really, and you know, it's up to you really to try to improve the day.
New opportunity.
I mean, even if it's raining, for instance, you know, I'm not gonna let the weather make me unhappy. If you see what I mean, you know, I feel like we're kind of all at war with the weather each day.
Yeah.
And sometimes it might get hot or whatever, but basically it's up to you to smile about it at the end of the day, isn't it? You know, and try to make the most of it basically. And you know, enjoy each day really.
Well, I always say to people, try not to focus on things that you can't control. Anything that you have, try not to worry about, or try not to focus on anything that you have no direct control over. If you see what I mean. No,
You're not going to change the world, are we?
Exactly, you can't change the weather. Nothing you're going to do is going to affect the weather or change it from what it is. It is what it is. Like, no point just kind of dwelling on it. You just act accordingly. You know, keep pushing. You know, you've got a life to live. You know, you can't allow certain things to just.
Well, you know, I love a good thunderstorm.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but you know, like so, I do enjoy it much better when it's summer.
Yeah.
And the days are longer.
Yeah.
And it means I can go travelling a little bit more and get my camera out or whatever and do more films, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
But in the winter it kind of like slows you down a bit, doesn't it? You know, and there's not so much light.
Yeah.
But you got to keep working in the winter. You know, it's more time staying and maybe do a bit of decorating and whatever. You know, and I don't know. You know, but I think the key really is sort of each day getting up and doing things.
Yeah.
And working on your own life in a kind of way.
Yeah.
And try to find things that you enjoy doing. Like you enjoy singing.
Correct.
And you like writing your own songs. I like doing that too. But I also like making my own drum beats and doing all that kind of stuff, you know.
Instrumentals.
And I also into, as I say, digital art a little bit, you know, and also video editing. I like that, you know, doing effects and all kinds of things. And, I mean, I only started a couple of years ago with that, you know. I only got the software a couple of years ago, and I kind of like picked it up quite quickly.
Yeah.
Because I kind of like studied other software before that, whatever. And now I feel quite confident with it that I can put a video together for someone.
Yeah.
But I know that maybe in 2 years' time I'm going to be even better than I am today.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's a new hobby of mine. You know, I make a bit of music.
Yeah.
I put some drums together, put some layers of bass on it, whatever, and I work on it just like you do with your music until you get it quite, you know, how you know that you're happy with it basically. And then I put a video to it, and I know that each time that I'm doing it, like I did one today, that I know that I'm improving some way, you know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you know, you just do. You pick up little things, bits and pieces. And like I say, when I first started that software a few years ago, you saw me, and I was really stuck with it, you know. And I didn't really know what I was doing. Well, I didn't, you know, because I was a beginner. But now I'm not a beginner, you know. I'm more of a, say, a professional, but well, not professional, mate, but you know, near.
Yeah.
You sort of mean, you know, I'm getting good at it.
Yeah.
And that's because I enjoyed doing it, and when I didn't understand things, you know, I just didn't give up. I worked on it till I understood it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you know, I don't really read instructions, so I kind of like learn by trial and error. You sort of mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the best way to learn, really, mate, in all honesty. Sometimes you have to dive in the deep end, you know. Sometimes it's a bit uncomfortable to step out of your comfort zone and to kind of, you know, get thrown in the deep end. But sometimes that's the easiest way, the fastest way to learn, and to learn to how to, you know, how to retain information, you know. Sometimes you've got to learn quickly, you know. Yeah. But as we're talking about improvements and all these kind of things, and as we're approaching this new year, you know, This is the beginning of the new year. A lot of people like to talk about New Year's resolutions and all these various different things and things that they're going to change for the new year and things they're going to implement into their life and this new routine they're going to adhere to and all this type of stuff. And all I will say to people is that all sounds great and it's good to talk. It's good to talk the talk, but it's whether or not you can really walk the walk. Like we said earlier, actions speak louder than words. So everyone can talk about it and everyone's capable of talking about anything, but it's whether or not you can do it. It's another situation. So yeah, it's up to you. It's how badly do you want it? How badly do you want to change? How badly do you want to improve your life? How badly do you want to improve your circumstances? How badly do you want to improve your financial situation? How badly do you want to own your own home and own everything that you have and be able to look after your family and your loved ones and your children if you end up having children and all these things? But how badly do you really want it? How badly do you want to have the life in which you desire to have? You have to create the reality in which you want to exist in, and a lot of it is purely mindset. So it's up to you. It's up to you to put in what is required to do. Whatever it is that you want out of life, whatever you foresee your happiness in life being, or wherever it may be, or whatever it may be, whatever it is that floats your boat and floats your boat rather, and makes you happy. Then yeah. So yeah.
Do you want would you like to be the richest man in the world though? Because I wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be on stage like that. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't make me happy being the richest man in the world, but
yeah.
It wouldn't make me happy being the richest man in the world. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy being me.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And I could improve in my life, I suppose, by having a lot more money in my bank account right now.
Yeah.
But I feel like you just got to be happy.
Yeah.
With being alive. If you see what I mean. I feel like people are wanting too much, or they feel unhappy because they haven't got more than another person, all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, get jealous and envious of other people's life. Yeah.
And it's just like, it's just no good for yourself, like I say, you just got to forget about everyone else in a kind of way, just focus on your own life.
Yeah. Count your blessings.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay to be content and to be happy, and I think sometimes also as well people misconstrue what it means to be content, because you can be content and happy, but that doesn't mean that you can't want to have more. Content and happy just means that you're happy and you're grateful and you are appreciative of your current blessings, if you see what I mean, where you are in life. But that doesn't mean that you can't strive towards having more and having even even better lifestyle and a better situation and a better life, and being able to dictate your life in terms of what you do every day and what you want to do with your time and who you want to spend it with, and so yeah.
I think you get richer in life by being kinder.
Yeah.
They say you learn to get kinder as you get older. You get kinder every year that goes by. I feel like I'm learning how to get kinder as well, if you see what I mean. I think by getting kinder you get richer in life, don't you? By getting wiser you get richer in life. Learning how, by bettering yourself you get richer, I feel. How to react to people out there, in situations, how to become a better person makes you richer in life. I don't feel like money really, it does help, of course, but it's attitude, isn't it, at the end of the day, I think. I think like the kinder you become in life, or because I'm learning how to be kinder in life.
Yeah.
You can't know how to be kind. You've got to learn how to be kind. Like I say, we were talking about kindness the other week, whatever, a lot of people out there don't know. They think they're being kind.
Yeah.
But sometimes they're not.
Yeah.
You know, I can't explain it. You know, I think like everybody needs to learn what kindness is. Even I do.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean.
Yeah.
What true kindness is, because sometimes kindness can be wickedness.
Yeah, true.
I feel like we're kind of like living in a kind of like, you know, everyone's being kind, like where, you know, it's kind of like wicked underneath it somehow.
People have got ulterior motives. A lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot of people are fake. A lot of people pretend to be. People like to especially like if you're the type of person that people could benefit from you in any way. If people realise that you're in a better situation than them, or you're in a position where you could give them money or opportunity or whatever, the more beneficial you are, the more people will try to take advantage of you, to be very honest, if you see what I mean. Yeah, you know, the more beneficial you are, people try to latch onto you and try to be like a leech, try to, you know, get you know, they'll
use you.
Especially like if you're like, I'm talking about people that are like got lots of money and shit, you see what I mean, millionaire people and people of a certain stature and a certain position in life, certain power, certain, you know, people try to befriend these people for their own advantage, their own purpose, if you see what I mean, their own motives, you know.
Money can buy people.
Yeah,
really.
For sure.
You know, like a super rich man can employ quite a lot of people.
Yeah.
To do sometimes not very good jobs.
Yeah.
Or, you know, like a bomb factory. You know, like working in a bomb factory. Is that? Would I enjoy that? No, I would not.
No.
You know what I mean? I just wouldn't feel happy. You know. I say you have got to be happy about what you're doing. You know, I just feel like there are loads of people out there that are not happy about what they're doing today. You know, they can't wait to get home. If you see what I mean. That's the kind of world we're living in. Kind of world. A lot of unhappy people living in our world today. A lot of lonely people as well. And I think it's up to you, really, sort of like to improve your life. You know, nobody else is going to do it, are they?
No.
Well, sometimes you get kind people that help you. You know.
Well, you might get you might get people that help you along the way. You know, but it's just the reality is, at the end of the day, you can't be relying on other people. You know, especially as a mature, grown adult. You know, you can't be relying on other people to sort your life out for you, or to, you know, help put you in a better position in life. It's up to you to use your resources, your hard work, your dedication, and everything that is available to you in order to achieve your desired goal and get the desired result out of life that you are looking to get. It's just, most of it is hard work, if you see what I mean, you know. And application and dedication, you know. It's like I said, it's how badly do you really want it, you know. The ones that do will achieve their goals, and they'll get to where they want to get to in life, and they'll get the degree that they're looking for, whatever it is that they're trying to get out of life to get to where they need to get to in order to get the life that they want. They will do it. You've got people that study medicine, yeah, people that become doctors and things, yeah, that study medicine for 7 years. That's 7 years of your life that you have to study in order to become a doctor, or to become, you know, one of these, you know, surgeons or whatever, you know. That's 7 years of your life that you have to apply, and for those 7 years you're continuously having work to do. You know, you continuously got things to submit, you know, all the time. Like it's very hard, if you see what I mean. It's not the average person it's not easy for the average person. You know, it takes a lot of time and effort and, you know, requirement. But if you are able to stick to it and do what is required, then in the end you usually kind of like reap kind of the rewards, if you see what I mean, of you know, of your hard work. You know, like they say, you can only reap from what you sow, and that kind of applies to most things in life.
I mean, today I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And that's progress, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you know, if you've enjoyed the day, I think it is a kind of progress.
Oh yeah.
So I think like making progress is working to happiness, basically. I feel like I'm getting happier in life. I think I've said that a few times, and especially since my daughter come back to me, it's really made me feel a lot happier.
Really improved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if my son come round as well a little bit, but I just feel a lot happier in life, you know. And I feel like I can move on now a bit, you know, because it's been quite a number of years that I've been separated from that.
Kind of exiled.
Yeah. You know, like I'm not allowed to be her father, if you saw me.
Yeah.
I've done nothing wrong, honestly. Nothing. It's just what they can do in these courts, if you sort of mean. They can go against you and all this, you know, and wipe you out, and there's nothing you can do about it, if you sort of mean. And I think it's really bad what they do, you know, because obviously my children love me, and you know,
Yeah.
you know, and I love them, you know. So why separate that? You know, it's wrong. But I say it's all over in a kind of way now, you know, and I can look forward to the future, and I feel like I can sort of carry on trying to improve my life, you know. Like, so I lost everything. That was a garden, a beautiful garden, which I worked hard on, by the way. Beautiful wife, everything, you know, and it's all gone. So can you imagine it?
Yeah.
So I was homeless for a little while, living with my brother in a different city, very miles away, and then suddenly I met a very rich family, and they get, you know, sort of, because I told them the story, I was, you know, my keys.
Your situation.
Yeah, my wife just took my keys off me, and then they said, go and live in Canary Wharf, you know, on this beautiful boat, you know.
Yeah.
So that was a very, very lucky day for
And
me.
let's be honest, mate.
Very, very lucky.
Let's be honest. How many people in life does that actually happen to?
Well, it happened to me, and I feel like.
Wait, do you get what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
That is a blessing. That was a blessing.
I mean, you've seen photographs of it, ain't you?
Yeah.
And whatever.
Yeah.
And it was.
But you randomly met a millionaire couple.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, they probably were millionaire.
Yeah, on a removal.
Yeah, on a
Just
removal.
like I did you.
Yeah.
And I told them the story, you know, what just happened.
Yeah.
You know, in my situation, you know, I had a family, but now I haven't. And they kindly gave me their keys, and I lived there rent free for a year and a quarter.
Yeah.
And this boat was absolutely gorgeous. You know what I mean? It was a sun cruiser, you know, a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah.
And I took my children there for a couple of holidays. Do you know what I mean? But whatever, you know, I felt like I was a very blessed, lucky man for being kicked out of his house or something like that, and then living in, you know, sort of amongst billionaires, basically. You know, a lot of the people that I was living with.
You kind of landed on your feet, so to speak,
Yeah.
as they would say. You know, you kind of landed on your feet, and you were kind of almost instantaneously given another chance.
Yeah, it saved my life. I
yeah.
think, you know, just put a beautiful carpet down for me, you know, to lay on in a kind of way, and you know, there I was, kind of like, just lost my family, and I felt like quite a poor person, really, you know, homeless, whatever. But there I was living on a rich man's boat, and I was kind of like living on myself. I mean, the guy that owned it, Alec Rich, he only come some weekends, you know, so I didn't really see them, you know. I looked after the daughter sometimes, you know, and whatever, when they went to parties. But you know, I was very lucky, you know, and it helped me save my life, you know, because then when he sold the boat, I got this place.
Yeah.
And I've just made. I work every day, you know. I don't give up. I could have taken my life a long time ago, you know, and gave up. Like we were saying, you know, just don't give up. So I mean, like that REM song, you know, Everyone Hurts. It's a really good song, and a lot of people know that song, you know, and it's true. Everyone does hurt now and again, deeply as well. We're all human, aren't we? You know, sometimes, you know, I think that we just, you know, you know, we've all got emotions in a kind of way, whatever, that we need to sort of like learn how to control.
Yeah.
Learn how to sort of, you know, and we're living in a very dangerous sort of strange world, you know, if you ask me.
It's true.
And confused. It is sort of messed up, if you ask me, for everyone.
Yeah.
And so we've got the outside world to deal with too, all of us as well. I mean, it's okay if you've got money, it's not such a big problem, is it? You know, but if you're, like I said, the price of living is going up, everyone's struggling a little bit, you know, with their happiness, you know, or struggling to keep happy, which is so important. You know, if you can keep your happiness, you will want to live.
Yeah.
If I mean, it's when you get sad, like I was very sad when my wife, you know, did what she did. You don't want to live.
Yeah.
You don't want to do anything. You want to lay down. You want to die. You don't want to, you know, and it's a horrible feeling, honestly, because I've been through it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just don't want to be here anymore. You know? You just want to get off this planet and move to Mars or something, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or just get out of there.
Yeah.
You know, but you know that you can't, in a kind of way, and you just got to live, you know, start again.
Yeah.
You know, which I did, you know, I carried on. Each day you make a little bit of progress. Every hour.
That's the goal.
You know, don't give up. Every hour you've got, I mean, every hour is important, really. Every minute.
Yeah.
So, you know, you don't get depressed for 1 minute.
Yeah.
Really. Or
try to make the most of life at all times.
I think it's okay to cry sometimes. You know?
Oh yeah, of course. It just depends on the circumstance.
Right. If you didn't cry, you know, you got. We've got to have sadness in this world, I feel, you know, to have happiness.
Well, that's just how life works. Everything has an equal and opposite, polar opposite, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine if somebody got run over, right, and everyone was laughing at it? Do you know what I mean? You know, it's good. You know, we've got these sadness, our emotions for a reason. We've got our pain for a reason.
Yeah.
I think, you know.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. But I think it's just important to aim on making sort of like progress on yourself.
It's about trying to create your heaven on earth, essentially. It's about trying to create your own individual heaven on earth that you and your family can live and enjoy and live, enjoy your lives as much as humanly possible, you know. In the right way, you know.
We've only got one life, haven't we?
Yeah, you've got to try to have as many great experiences and positive experiences as possible. You know, try to travel as much as possible. Try to do different things. Try to, you know, just try to not be restrained by your own fear and fear of the unknown and etc. You know, try to embrace life more and
be confident about the future, I would say.
Yeah,
that's important.
That's important, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've lost a few families now, and I've had a very interesting life, really. Like, so, I mean, in previous episodes, I said I didn't like school, but I still had a good childhood. Because once I was out of school, I loved it.
Yeah.
I mean, I love being a child. You know, like there's certain things I did not like being at school, and especially being in history classes. I didn't like history then.
Yeah.
You know, and it bored me to tears. You know. And,
yeah.
You know, can you imagine, right? Like my childhood was being spoiled by the system, telling me to do things that I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
You know. So my childhood would have been better if I did things that I enjoyed doing, like philosophy. I love that. You know.
Yeah.
Art, if I did more art, you know, rather than just doing it sort of every Friday afternoon, you know, for 2 hours on the dot. Because that's what it's like at school, isn't it? So like 2 hours, and then pack up your art. Now you've got to go for your English.
Different subjects.
Now PE time.
Yeah.
Now put your kit on. Now put your angel wings on because we've got to do a play. You know, you're just doing what you're told all the time.
Yeah.
And And that's I don't know. I don't think that's improving really. You know, like, it's been brainwashed.
Indoctrinated.
You know? I'm glad I'm out of that now. You know, like, out of school and I can do what I want and learn what I want. You know, not do is what I got to do.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean. Learn things that I don't really want to learn or they harm you. Sometimes when you learn things, it can harm you.
Yeah.
Also, some things that I've learned that I wish I didn't know, or seen that I didn't wish I didn't see. If you see what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
So I think school's a bad thing in a funny way. I mean, you kind of like you do improve in some ways, but I think it could be better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Schools could be improved. I mean, like I said, if it had philosophy in there in schools, I think that would improve everyone, every child, and it'd improve the world because children leave school more educated, more wiser. Yeah, you know, and make it better. I think so.
Yeah. Anyway, mate, before we wrap it up and call it a night for this week's episode, all about
improvements.
Any final words, any closing statements, anything you want to leave with the people before we wrap it up?
Yeah. I just hope, you know, like on this episode that we've done today, that, you know, it might have helped improve you in one way or another.
Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's hope. Let's hope something that we've said, or you know, some kind of advice or something we've given has inspired someone somewhere to want to better themselves, or to try to find a way to better other people's lives as well.
You have to want to better yourself, don't you? Really.
You have to. You have to.
I think that's the purpose of life, really.
I agree. I think it's continuous evolution and growth. You know, that's what makes you a great human being.
You know, so I'm proud of who I am today. And I feel like tomorrow I'm going to improve a little bit more, maybe, you know.
Even more,
yeah. And that's what I love about it, you know, because I do feel like I'm getting happier in life because I realise, like, so I'm not depressed anymore, you know, and I'm living life and opening up like a flower. I'm not worried about my divorce anymore, you know. I mean, I know that I talk about it a lot, but it's only for philosophy reasons, I suppose, you know. Just sharing my story, really, you know, and what happened to me.
Yeah.
Tragically, you know, it's like Lady Diana and Prince, you know, they got married and everyone thought, what a beautiful wedding. But how tragic it all was.
Yeah, in the end.
At the end, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Anyway, guys, hope you guys have enjoyed this week's episode all about improvements. We'll be back again next week with a brand new episode via the Philosophy Podcast. Have a good night. God bless. One love. See you soon.